Hey, what's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Crazy Dog After Dark live stream. My second one in a couple days. Figured I'd go live for a little bit, just talk to the people. What's going on, Sin City and the sports expert? I saw your Indians rant, by the way. Bro, this isn't an Indians live stream, but what the hell are they doing out there? They completely wasted now 2 straight good outings from our pitchers because of guys boofing out there in the freaking outfield and stuff. Oh my God. It was yesterday. You had Delino to Shields misplaying a ball. Today, the ball freaking juked Telenaquid out of his shoes. I mean, sheesh. But you already know I'm ready for week 1. Okay. But yeah, you see the title. I'm going to give you guys my, preseason playoff predictions for the 2020 NFL season. Now, I'm just going to tell you who I think is going to make it. I'm not going to get that in depth with it because we have no idea what's going to happen. And, I've seen playoff predictions from guys on NFL Network and someone that had the Dolphins making it. I mean, it wouldn't shock me, especially if Tua came in there and they got hot, but sheesh, man, that's bold. That is some bold stuff right there. What's even bolder is I think the same person that predicted that predicted the Steelers won't make it. Man, could you imagine Steeler fans if they don't make the playoffs this year with Ben? Oh, my God. That would be something. That would be something. But, yeah, I'm going to get right down into it. I'm going to start off with the AFC. Why not start off with the AFC West? I'm going to tell you who I think is going to make it out of that division. It's no secret. It's going to be the Chiefs. Now, is anyone else going to join them? Well, there's a couple teams that could possibly join them. Kansas City, of course, Kansas City is going to make it. Denver might. Oakland, that's possible. LA, Tyrod Taylor. This could be another situation like what happened with us in 2018. Taylor starts the season off, and let's say he ain't doing so good. They bring in Herbert. They take off. Maybe they make a run. But I think right off the bat, without seeing any football, I'm just going to say the Chiefs are the lone representative out of the AFC West. Now, looking at my division, the AFC North, of course, the Ravens are going to make the playoffs. It's a conclusion unless they completely fall off. Lamar Jackson just wow. Unless Lamar Jackson takes like a billion steps back to the point where I'm not wishing injuries on anybody, but with his play style, sometimes it's almost like he's asking for one because, you see this dude running around. One hit is all it takes, bro. You got to be careful when you're a running quarterback. And unless something like that happens, or he just straight up hits a brick wall, Ravens are making the playoffs. Now the question is anyone else joining them? And you guys are going to roast me for saying this, probably. But I have 3 teams from the AFC North going to the playoffs this year. Ravens, Steelers, Browns. Yeah, we make the playoffs for the first time since 2002. Yeah. And I think we get in by the skin of our freaking teeth. I can see it. I think the Ravens are probably going to take maybe a couple steps back. I think they're probably going to wind up going like 12-4, maybe 11-5, around there, between 11-5, 13-3. Around there, they're going to be a really good team if they can stay healthy. Steelers, they're going to be right around the 10-6, 11-5, 12-4 range. Browns, probably around 8-8, 9-7, 10-6 range, in my opinion. So if these three teams make it, and then out of the AFC South, only one team's going to make it, and it will be. I'm sorry, no, there's two teams from the South. It will be not the Texans. I don't think that's bold there. Texans will not make it. I have it being the Titans and the Colts. Yeah. I think the Colts slip in last second. Don't be surprised. But then again, you think Texans might take it. I think it's going to be down between Texans and Colts. Titans are going to make it. Oh, yeah. Titans are making it. In fact, I think the Titans are going to win the division. Yep. Titans are winning the division. But the thing is, though, with the Colts, they're a good team. Texans just got rid of one of their best weapons. It's going to be tough. Old Man Rivers or Deshaun Watson? I mean, this is preseason. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I think the Texans are going to miss the playoffs by like a game or something, and I have it being Titans and Colts making the playoffs. That's bold, I know. But again, it's bold predictions. What do you expect? Now, out of the AFC East, so if you're keeping track, one team out of the West, three out of the East, three out of the North, I got two out of the South. 2, 3, 6, so only one team out of the East, and it's not going to be New England. Nope. For the first time in God knows how long, the Patriots will not make the playoffs. They'll be right there, but they ain't going to make it. I have Buffalo Bills reaching the postseason again. This time, they're the division champs. When was the last time they won the division? Because for the first time since then, they'll be having a hat and a T-shirt day. That's what they call it. When you win your division, you get hats and T-shirts and all that good stuff. But yeah. So division champs will be Ravens. Yeah, I said Ravens winning the division for a third year in a row. I mean, it could go either way. Steelers could win it, but I think the Ravens. Until someone dethrones them, I'm picking the Ravens to win the North. So, yeah, Ravens win the North. Chiefs win the West. Bills win the East. And AFC South will probably, I'm going to say it'll go to the Titans. Wild card teams will be Steelers, Browns, and Colts. Because remember, we have 7 teams coming out of the AFC and NFC this year. Now let's talk about the NFC. All right. So we're going to start off with the NFC West, where the runners-up went. Of course, Niners, people think going to have a little bit of a step back, a little bit of a hangover. I don't think so. No, I see 2 teams coming out of the NFC West. It will be the Seahawks and the 49ers. I think the Cardinals will be right there. Rams, we'll see. They just gave Jalen Ramsey the bag, so he ain't going nowhere for a while. Yeah, but yeah, I got Niners and Seahawks making it out of the West. Out of the NFC North, I think once again, I think this could be the division where you have 3 teams, and I think it will be Packers, Vikings, and Bears. That's 5. And then out of the NFC East, it's pretty easy. Eagles and Cowboys, Division winners. I'm going to say the Niners take it again. I'm going to say by maybe 2 games. Oh, yeah. There you go. I got it. I said it right there. Niners taking the division again. They're going to win it by at least 2 games, maybe a game and a half, maybe even a game. Maybe it comes down to week 17. Who knows? NFC North, I have it going, shocker, not to the Packers. I think the Packers take a couple steps back this year, and they don't really have many weapons for A-Rod. I have it going to the Vikings. I think the Vikings take that big step this year, and they take the division. I know that's bold. That's another bold prediction right there. Vikings win the North. And then NFC East, I have it going to them boys. So that means the wild card teams will be Packers and Bears and Eagles. Nice. Packers, Bears. Wait, hang on. Niners. Okay, so we got, hang on, I think I miscounted. Niners, Seahawks, that's 2. Packers, Vikings, Bears, 5. Yeah. So the division winners, Niners, Vikings. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do the freaking NFC South. I'm so stupid. No, but the NFC South, that's going to be a war division. Wow, I completely overlooked the NFC South. Okay, actually, there's going to be 2 teams out of the NFC North. Sorry, Bears fans, you're not making it. I just cut you off. It's going to be Vikings and it's going to be Packers out of the North. Again, it seems like those 2 teams are getting in the playoffs more and more now. Could we see them face off? I mean, it's possible. But it's going to be close. NFC South is going to be an absolute war between 3 teams. Saints, Falcons, and Bucks. Yeah, Bucks are going to be right there. As for who I think is going to win it, I got the Saints winning it. I got them winning it by a very close margin. I got playoff teams out of the South being the Saints and the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks make the playoffs for the first time since, when was the last time they made the playoffs? God, they've been like low-key garbage for so long. You forget when they made the playoffs. So to refresh your memory, because I low-key botched it there, I forgot they South existed. That's on me. So NFC West goes to the Niners. Niners and Seahawks make it out of there. That's 2. NFC North will have 2 as well. Packers and Vikings. NFC East, you guessed it, 2 teams. Eagles and Cowboys. NFC South will just have, although that's tough too, because you have 2 teams, although I could possibly see 1 out of the NFC East. Or maybe even 1 out of the NFC North. One of these 2 divisions are going to have 1. Okay, my math sucks. For real. I'm actually going to say the Packers are the lone team out of the North. Yeah, there you go. I said it right there. Packers take the North, so they're the only team out of the North that makes it. NFC East, Eagles, Cowboys. And the NFC South, like I just said, Saints and Bucks. So the division winners, Saints, Cowboys, them boys. I got Packers and Niners. And then, of course, wild card teams. We Seahawks. We got Bucks. And that final one, man, I think it'll be the Birds. The Birds and them boys make the playoffs out of the East. And that's as far as I'm going to go into it. I'm not going to get into matchups and stuff. That's way too deep. And, I mean, season hasn't even started. Let's see what they're talking about. Made a rant video on the Indians. Yeah, I saw it. Braves winning 25-8. Dude, there was a game on YouTube today. Brewers and Tigers. Brewers won 19? Right? Am I tripping or is that legit? I gotta look up this box score from the freaking Brewers game. I could have sworn they scored legit double-digit run. Oh my God, 25-9 Braves. Oh my God, bro, they're putting up football numbers. 19-0 Brewers, bro, on YouTube. Like, what? Let's look at this box score real quick. We're going a little bit off topic. Look at this box score for the Brewers-Tigers game today on YouTube. I mean, who honestly watches baseball games on YouTube, bro? Especially this game. Look at that. 313-05304. They had 21 hits, 19 runs. Holy crap. And the Tigers get this, 2 hits. Bro, 2 hits. Corbin Burns shut them down. Like, look at this right here. Look at these at bats. Freaking Arcia, 2 for 4. They had a dude 4 for 6. Wow. Urias 3 for 6, 3 hits and 6 at bats. Taylor 4 for 5. Whoa. But yeah, I mean that's crazy. That's a crazy thing, man. You can have games like these. But let's talk about this matchup against the freaking Ravens. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the matchups that will be going on between the the groups, like our offense versus their defense and vice versa. So we're going to start us off with our offense versus their defense. This is going to be one of the biggest battles of the game. Our high-powered offense, I expect us to run the ball a lot versus the greatest defense of all time. Let's read more of the chat real quick. Gonna go Brownies who playing the games. Yeah, Crazy Dawg picking the Browns. Take care of my boy Joe Jackson. Hey, what's up, Simus? Let's go Browns. Okay, dang, that bull saying Patriots ain't making it. I mean, you never know. I mean, they still got Bill. No getting ready for Lamar. 19 is zip. I know, that's crazy, right? But anyways, we're going to look at their defense against our offense, starting off with our offensive line versus their D-line. Of course, we completely, boosted the O-line in the offseason, something that John Dorsey did not want to do for some reason. I mean, he knew dang well that you got to protect your quarterback, and he neglected it. He put 2 turnstiles at tackle, and Greg Robinson, a.k.a. Mr. Guaranteed Holding Call a Game. Seems like every freaking game he had a holding call. And it just got to the point where I just got so annoyed with him. Then you had the other turnstile, Chris Hubbard, who could barely block. I mean, bro, come on. Well, we replaced him. Greg's not even in the league anymore. I think he got arrested for something. And Hubbard, he's still here. I thought he might have gotten traded at some point, but no, he's going to be a backup. As our new tackles are Jedrick Wills, who we drafted. And I'll tell you one thing, that dude's been through the gauntlet in training camp. They're throwing everything they have at him. They're throwing Myles Garrett at him. They're throwing Olivier Vernon. I mean, you can't say he ain't getting tested. He's definitely getting his iron sharpened by these pass rushers that we got. And he's learning very quick that the NFL is merciless. Oh, yeah. But you have Conklin at right tackle, Wills at left tackle, Joel Bitonio left guard, Shredder at center, and Wyatt Teller at right guard. Some people thought we might bring in a new right guard, but Callahan really loves Wyatt Teller. And I think he could have a good year. Now, going up against our offensive line is the Ravens' 3-4 defensive line that consists of Derek Wolfe, who they brought in from Denver, Brendan Williams, and Calais Campbell, who they acquired from Jacksonville. Of course, Jacksonville is currently in the midst of a fire sale, so I could expect some more players from there to be, sent packing. But they also have some pretty good linebackers. You have Patrick Queen, the rookie. You have L.J. Fort, who at one time was a Cleveland Brown. Matt Judon, who I believe they gave, the franchise tag? Now behind them, in terms of the front seven, you got Jihad Ward, Justin Jellybean Ellis, Justin Metabike. You have Jalen Ferguson, Otaro Alaka, Chris Board, and Ty Hauser. You can even see Malik Harrison, too. And I'll tell you one thing. I really wanted Malik. I really wanted him. But, of course, we take Jacob Phillips, and I think, what was it, the pick after? They freaking take Harrison. Bro, of course they do that. Of course. Of course they take Malik Harrison. Yeah. But it's going to be a very tough fight for our offensive line. I'm more confident in our O-line this year than I was last year, especially in terms of run blocking, because that's Jack Conklin's strong suit. And I think we can do some damage against these guys. Now it's the pass protection that kind of gets me, especially with Jedrick at left tackle, because he was struggling for a little while there, but I mean, he's getting better. I mean, we didn't really expect him to immediately get the whole left tackle position, right? I mean, he wasn't going to immediately start balling. It's going to take some time because he's transitioning from right tackle to left tackle. He's got to work on this technique, which he's been working on. I mean, if you've watched our show, Building the Browns, that's on every week. I mean, they showed him talking to Olivier Vernon, trying to learn some stuff. What's he doing wrong? How can he beat these opposing pass rushers? Because, I mean, the best person to ask when it comes to how to defend against pass rushers is a pass rusher. Learn like what they do, so he gets to so he knows what's coming and how he can block, pretty much. But it's going to be a challenge in terms of individual matchups. Oh God, what would it be? Jedrick Wills against, I'm guessing, McPhee, or would it be Judon? Interesting. Or regardless, he's going to have his hands full. And the other one will go against Jack Conklin, and I got faith in Conklin. Yep. Now, well, their linebackers are really good. And then you look at their secondary, and it's top tier in the division. Marlon Humphrey, Chuck Clark, Deshaun Elliott, of course, taking over for Earl, and Marcus Peters. Fun fact, I don't know if you guys heard about this. I think I mentioned this before. The Browns almost traded for Peters last year. Peters was offered by the Rams in exchange for Joel Bitonio, but John Dorsey said, no, I'm not trading Bitonio. Yeah, I wish we could have, fleeced them by giving them or we did give them Corbett, but I wish we would have fleeced them by taking Peters, But no, he went to Baltimore. And he had how many pick sixes in his first couple games? It seems like every game he had a pick six. God. But of course, we all know they're going up against our receiving core, and they're going to have their hands full. A healthy Jarvis, a healthy Odell, Rashard Higgins is back. Kaderil Hodge, he's pretty good. I mean, he's more of a special teamer, but when he gets an opportunity, he could make the most of it. Then you got JoJo Natson and Donovan Peoples-Jones. They're primarily special teamers, but we could see them appear on offense at times. But yeah, man, Jarvis Landry will most likely draw Marcus Peters while we get Odell versus Marlon Humphrey, of course. Last year when we played them, was it week 4? Odell and Marlon kind of got into it a little bit. It did look like Marlon was choking him, although it looked like he just had his hands around like this part. He didn't have his hands like this. It was like this. But I don't know. I couldn't really tell from the vantage point. But yeah, they got into it a little bit. Do we see that again this year? Wouldn't surprise me. But that's going to be a fight, man. It's going to be a brawl. I can't wait. Our offense is going to be very hard to stop because their linebackers are going to have to contend. Austin Hooper and Harrison Bryant and even David Njoku if his hands decide to show up. I mean, it ain't going to be easy guarding these tight ends. And then, of course, you got the running game. You got Nick Chubb again and Kareem Hunt, maybe even a little bit of Dearness Johnson with Andy Janovich at fullback. So their linebackers are going to have their hands full too. Because as we saw last year, Nick Chubb ran all over them. I mean, they couldn't stop him. It was so funny watching them try to tackle him. Then, of course, he had Earl Thomas just straight up say, nope, I'm done. He's like, I'm done. He had 2 choices on that run by Chubb. He could have probably, sacrificed his hamstrings to make the tackle and probably get shut it off like a net. Or, think about the rest of his season and just say, nope, I'm done. And we all saw what he did. Now looking at the opposite side, our defense against their offense, in terms of who has the advantage between our offense and their defense, I think it's kind of even. Both very talented. It could go either way. But the real fun stuff is when you look at our defense against their offense. Now, right off the bat, of course, Lamar Jackson is the quarterback. You know, that dude is one of the slipperiest quarterbacks out there next to Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson. You know, you think you got him 1 second, and then boom, he gone, takes off down the field. And he got that quickness. He got that Michael Vick quickness. And you got to really watch out with him. You know, you got to shut down every single running lane and pretty much, you know, make him pass the ball to beat you. But I'm pretty sure he's improved on passing the ball, you know, and, you know, he's trying to prove those haters wrong when it comes to him throwing the ball. But we have a better chance of getting after him when he's trying to throw it, because if our corners are locking down their receivers and you're giving Myles Garrett, who is arguably, no, not even arguably, he is one of the best pass rushers in this game today, and Olivier Vernon, if you're giving our pass rushers a chance to get to him, it's over. Because, I mean, you know, Ronnie Stanley's a really good left tackle, but, bro, I mean, Myles Garrett, he's a handful. I mean, that dude is strong as hell, man. He puts you on your freaking butt, for real. Like, oh my God, bro. But it's going to be a battle too, right there. But yeah, we already know what they got at quarterback. You know, they got running backs. They got Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards. I almost said Lamar. Technically, he could be a running back too. But Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, and of course, my guy J.K. Dobbins. Of course. Let's see what else they're talking about. Streaming tomorrow, probably not. Joe Woods to get us ready for Lamar. Yeah, I think Joe will have us ready. 24-10 says Mark, Ravens. We'll see. 31-17 Ravens says Jarrett. Ravens winning the division. Are you a Lions fan? What? Oh, this guy, Mark. I see what he's saying. Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. It'll be 29-9. Killer, of course. Keep a spy on him. Swift has a good game and even plays. I have him on fantasy. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough game for our defense. I mean, especially with the way our secondary is looking right now. But we need our linebackers to step up in this one, you know, go against their running backs. Ingram's a baller. Gus Edwards is a tank. Justice Hill, don't really know much about him. And J.K. Dobbins, I mean, I'm an Ohio State fan. That dude is a freaking monster, you know. And you got Patrick Ricard at fullback. Offensive line for the Ravens is pretty much the same, except they did lose Marshall Yanda. He retired. So you got Rodney Stanley at left tackle, Bradley Bozeman left guard, centers Matt Skura, right guard DJ Fluker, and Orlando Brown is at right tackle. And they'll be going up against our defense that is very good up front with the front four. But after that, it gets kind of worrisome for me. You have Garrett, Richardson, Ogunjobi, and Vernon up front. Back behind them, you got Porter Gustin. You have Jordan Elliott, the rookie. Vincent Taylor, that we acquired via waivers from Buffalo. And then Adrian Claiborne, who we signed from Atlanta in free agency. So it's going to be up to these guys in the front four to, you know, shut down any running lanes. And then in terms of linebackers, we got Sione Takitaki and BJ Goodson and Jacob Phillips. I was going to say Mac Wilson, but he's currently out. He'll probably be back for week 3 or 4. We'll see. But behind them, when it comes to linebackers, this is sus. You got Phillips, who is a rookie. You got Tay Davis, who's a special teams ace. He's a special teamer. And Malcolm Smith, who we signed last week, about a week and a half ago or so. So yeah, front seven's a little shaky behind the front four. Not too confident in our linebackers, to be honest. You know, wish we would have kept Kirksey or Schobert around, but hey, you know, you don't want to pay them, whatever. Kirksey's now with Green Bay. And for some reason, Schobert decided to go to Jacksonville. Most likely it's because of the money. I mean, you don't go to a freaking team that's tearing it all down unless it's for the money. Because they ain't going to be winning nothing anytime soon. But in terms of the secondary, I mean, they're going to have their hands full. Oh, yeah. Because looking at these receivers, the receivers don't really scare me that much. Hollywood Brown's good. He's probably the scariest receiver they have. You have Willie Snead, Miles Boykin, Chris Moore, and then you have two rookies, James Prochet and Devin Duvernay. But what scares me is their tight ends, Mark Ingram and Mark Andrews. Mark Ingram's their running back. Oh my God. Oh my. That's late, bro. Give me a break. But yeah, Mark Andrews, who killed us in that second game last year, and then Nick Boyle. Those two guys, especially Mark Andrews, like that dude's a killer. He's a killer, and it's going to be up to Malcolm Smith mainly to stop him, because when you look at our linebackers, they're pretty much all run stoppers. Malcolm Smith is one of the only good linebackers when it comes to coverage. Mack Wilson was that guy, but he got hurt. Mack Wilson was our coverage linebacker, but now it appears to be Malcolm Smith. But as I always say, quarterback can't pass the ball if he's on his back after 2 seconds. And we're going to need Myles Garrett to really get in there. Now, as for the secondary, of course, we got Denzel Ward at corner with Greedy, or if Greedy even plays. If not, it'll be Money Mitch, most likely. Originally, it was supposed to be Kevin Johnson, who was mainly going to be our slot corner. MJ Stewart will be our number 3 corner with Tavier Thomas, who's a special teamer. Yeah. Kevin Johnson's hurt. MJ Stewart, I believe, returned to practice today, and I have not heard anything about Greedy. I don't think he didn't practice today either. Not good news. So most likely what we're going to wind up doing is probably calling up AJ Green from the practice squad, because I know this because the Browns brought in 8 guys to work out or try out or whatever. But of course, I think you have to wait a couple days because of COVID thing. I believe one of the guys they brought in was former Steeler corner Brian Allen. They brought in a couple other guys like Tanzel Smart. I'm trying to think of who else they brought in. Yeah, Tanzel Smart, Brian Allen. I think Joey Ivy was brought in too. Hang on, I'm trying to look for the tweet that talked about who they brought in. I'm going to scroll down here a little bit. Okay. Well, I can't find it, but yeah, pretty much we brought in 8 guys. And something tells me we're probably going to be calling up one of the corners from the practice squad. Interesting thing is, I think we only have 1 corner on the practice. No, we have 2. We have Robert Jackson and AJ Green. Wouldn't even shock me if we brought those 2 guys up. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But man, this is going to be tough, because then if you think about it, we got a short week after. Yep, got a short week. We got the Bungles coming to town for our home opener on Thursday Night Football. And yes, there will be fans there. Late night, what's up, funny Twitch? If Baker throws more than 3 interceptions, I'll be very pissed. We need Kevin back. Andrews scares. Their receiving core isn't that scary, but their tight end, Andrews could kill us himself. We've had our problems covering tight ends in recent years, and that would suck. Imagine you shut down their receivers, but then Mark Andrews goes off. Yeah, our linebackers really worry me. Okay, what else? 29-9 Braves. Yeah, I saw that. Play zone defense. Taki going to have a game, I think. It's all about our D-line. I think Claiborne gets a sack. I think Claiborne could get a sack. I could see Carl Joseph getting a sack. That's another thing, too. Carl Joseph will be most likely living in the box as a pseudo linebacker safety hybrid kind of guy. He's probably going to be going after the quarterback, guarding tight ends and stuff. So that means we're going to most likely see Joseph, Sendejo, and Harrison on the field at the same time. Or if not Harrison, it'll be Redwine. Most likely it'll be Joseph, Sendejo, and Monty Harrison. But it's going to be tough regardless, And then, of course, you look at the special teams. I mean, nothing really changed there. Gillen's our punter. Seibert's the kicker. Hewlett's the long snapper. Not even really going to get into that. Although they do have JoJo Natson being our returner. For the Ravens, nothing's changed with them. They still got Sam Cook, kicker. Morgan Cox, long snapper. Returners are Willie Snead IV and Justice Hill, according to this website I'm looking at. Oh, man, dude. Football's almost here. I can't freaking wait. Okay, let's see what else the people are talking about. Week 1 prediction for our game. Bake, he looks locked in. Oh, man. 2 good linebackers. Who are the Browns? Well, the only linebacker we've added recently was Malcolm Smith. Yeah. But we got BJ Goods, and he's back at practice. That's good, too. That's good news. We need all the freaking help we can get when it comes to this stuff. Can't be out here with a ton of, holes, because this freaking Ravens team will expose you if you're not careful. Wow. Just reading Twitter right now. What else we talking about out here? All righty. Patrick Queen being, the Ravens. Yeah, I know. You added Malik Harrison and you added Queen. Yep. This is going to be a tough game. And then, just for lulz, let's take a look and see what our matchup is against the Bungles. Let's see what our teams look like for Thursday. Because I'm probably not going to do this kind of thing for the Thursday game, because that's just that's a very short time period, But, yeah, I mean, our offense against their defense, easy money for our offense if you can stop their pass rush. I mean, their pass rush, you have Dunlap, DJ Reader, Geno Atkins, and then Sam Hubbard. If you can stop their pass rush, it's easy money for us, in my opinion. Josh Bynes, Jermaine Pratt, Darius Phillips. You have Darius Phillips, Von Bell, Jesse Bates. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, they're really going to put probably Darius Phillips, maybe on Odell. Oh, you're going to put William Jackson on Jarvis? Mackenzie Alexander would most likely be guarding Rashard Higgins. I mean, no matter who you put on Odell, it's barbecue chicken for him, because Odell going to cook him all day long, in my opinion. I think we could probably I would love to stomp the Bungles in our home opener. I would love that. Nick Chubb runs all over him. Hooper's getting open all day long. And you're gonna have their linebackers are gonna have to put guard against Hooper. Don't sleep on Harrison Bryant either. Don't sleep on him. I know he went to Florida Atlantic, but he was the Mackey Award winner for nation's best tight end. Wow, that's dope. But, I mean, yeah, like I said, if you stop their pass rush, we get to them, And then on the other side of things, look at their freaking offensive line. Williams, Michael Jordan, Trey Hopkins, Xavier Suafilo, and Bobby Hart. You really expect their offensive line to stop Myles Garrett? They lucked out last year because Myles was suspended by the time we played the Bungles twice last year. Myles always seems like he has a big game against them. It always seems like. Now he's facing Joe Burrow. He's going to have fresh meat on the table this week. Ooh. I have a feeling Joe Woods would have a little something drawn up for good old Joe Burrow. I could see us trying to confuse him, camouflaging coverages, sending a blitz that he didn't see coming out of nowhere, mixing up coverages and stuff, confusing him. Maybe hitting like I could just see just imagine Greedy if he plays. That's another thing you got to consider too. Maybe Greedy doesn't play in this game because they have those sights set on week 2. But I don't know, man. I mean, Greedy's been day to day for like a week and a half now. He's going to be that guy that's like day to day for like a month. Oh. Better hope Denzel don't get hurt, man. That would not be fun. But yeah, I mean, their offense for the Bungles is, you got AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, John Ross. You're probably going to have Denzel Ward guarding Green. Most likely for us, it would be Greedy if he plays, guarding Tyler Boyd. And then in the slot, John Ross versus probably MJ Stewart. Man, I wish Kevin Johnson was playing. Yeah, I wish he was playing, but he got a lacerated liver. Sure, that sucks. I don't know when. I can't remember when they said he could be back. Won't be for a little while now. DJ Moore was better than Landry and Beckham last year with an undrafted QB in 15 games. It'll be a test to see where we're at. I think it'll be a close game. If you guys can't use Chubb and Hunt and your plethora of talent, then you suck. What's up, J-Dub? They went too much there, become too predictable. Yep. What's up, Christ Jesus is risen. Yeah, we got to stop the run. Man. Garrett's a monster. What do we do with Njoku if Bryant pans out? Probably trade him. Yeah. Miles will have 8 sacks through 2 weeks. I think you'll have around that number. I'm not going to say 8. I'm probably going to say like 6 or maybe 7 around there. Just had to talk to a little smack. Yeah, all right. I see how you're doing it. We need to confuse Lamar big time. Greedy is way too injury prone. Way too injury prone, in my opinion. First 2 years, he's had a hamstring injury and now a shoulder injury. Yeah. Okay. Mixon. Yep. Money Mixon. Dude just got paid. He's going to be a guy that I think may have a big game in this one if our linebackers ain't up to the task. Oh, God. Did you guys see that thing on Twitter from Snacks Harrison? Apparently, because someone was, I guess he was talking to somebody about joining the Bears. He was like, hey, come to the Bears. Because originally he said, what y'all mad at? Talk to me. What you guys fake mad about now? Talk to me. Someone said, hey, why don't you come play for the Bears? He's like, whatever, talk about that. Someone asked him, how about you come? I hope Cleveland is still on the table. You, Ovi, Garrett, Larry, and Sheldon would be nice. Well, then Snacks comes out and says, I should have been there last year during training camp. So he's saying that he should have been a Cleveland Brown last year. That got me thinking. I wonder what happened. Was it contractual disagreement? Money wasn't right, maybe? Or maybe he just decided not to come here. I could see it where Dorsey couldn't seal the deal. Happened a lot last year. That means Dorsey would have, swung and missed on not 1, not 2, but 3 defensive tackles? Because in case you forgot, we tried to get Gerald McCoy. failed. We tried to get Mike Daniels, failed. Now apparently we tried to get Snacks and failed again. That's 3 strikes, Dorsey. You're out. Literally. Oh, man. At least you got a Sheldon, though. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, bro. Meanwhile, Andrew Berry walks in, sign. You got to sign. I'm going to sign you. Here's the bag, Hooper. Hey, Jack, what are you doing? We need to fix the offensive line. Here's a bag for you. Carl Joseph, here's some money for you. Money for you and you. Malcolm Smith, you're cool. Here's a little tiny bag for you, just to help us out for a couple games, maybe this year or whatever, until Mac comes back at least. Andrew Berry's out here signing everybody. I love it. He's being aggressive, but he's also being smart. He's not paying a crap ton of people. And the thing is, too, I've seen this on Twitter from many other Browns fans. You got to think about it, right? Earl Thomas is out there. If Dorsey was still our GM, how much you want to bet Earl would already be with us right now? That we wouldn't have gotten Ronnie Harrison. We would have signed Earl Thomas. Carl will probably be a spy. Yeah, if it's not Carl, it'll be Malcolm. But I think Malcolm Smith will be spending most of his time against tight ends. I think Carl Joseph will be a spy. Yeah. I could see them kind of like, switching off at times. Maybe they have Carl be a spy one time, and then the next time maybe they change it to where Malcolm's a spy. What do I think of the Hunt extension? Well, it gives us another couple years of arguably the best running back duo in the league. And, it gives us security, I mean, it's always good to know that you got 2 amazing running backs. But now we just got to go out there and freaking give my guy Chubb an extension because we cannot lose him. He's a part of the core. He's a part of this team's future. Oh, man. But, yeah, I've been very impressed with what Barry has done. I mean, this dude was with us during the 1-31 years. He was here during, I guess, our version of the process with Sashi Brown. He essentially learned what not to do when it comes to that kind of stuff. How to manage money probably. And then he went to Philadelphia and learned from one of the best. He learned from one of the best general managers in the league, how to seal a deal with, signing players, and comes here. So, he's signing these good players for pretty good deals. And the thing is, I know Dorsey didn't do this, but I bet you if we're in contention and if he feels like we're in a good spot, I could see Barry making a couple moves before the deadline coming up. And the middle of the year. Who's going to call plays? I think it'll be Van Pelt. But I would not be shocked if it's Stefanski calling the shots. I could see that. That's another thing, too. He's done this. Wow. Barry's made all these moves, and we still got over $30 million of cap space left. Yeah, it's crazy. Stefanski will, gut feeling. Yeah, I could see it, but then again, I could see Stefanski wanting to more focus on coaching the team and not calling plays and let Alex Van Pelt call plays. But it doesn't really matter who we have calling plays. I just want this game to be better than it was last year, because last year at the start of games, it was beautiful. It was amazing. Baker was amazing when we were running off the script. But then once he went off the script, after that first drive, things went downhill quick. Man, when I watch this game and if our offense goes right on down the field that first drive, let's say we score, defense, let's say, gets a stop, or the second and third drive, if we're moving the ball effectively, I'd be like, oh my God, we actually know what we're doing. But one of the biggest keys for this game, and I believe I mentioned this in my preview yesterday. Got to be smart. Can't be can't be having these penalties. Penalties will kill drives. I mean, look what happened last year. 18 penalties, I believe, in the first game. You ain't going to win when you got that. Are you worried about our linebacker core? Yeah, a little bit. I am. I'll admit it. What's up, Dets? I am worried about our linebacking core. I mean, against their offense, it's going to be tough. But I think we'll be up for the challenge. And then someone actually pointed this out also on a forum that I go on. I mean, we could be adding to the linebacker core at some point as well, because you got to remember after this week, I believe, contracts are non-guaranteed. So I could see us signing like a patch linebacker, like a Todd Davis for like a couple weeks. And then we simply just cut bait when Mac comes back, or maybe if like he ain't playing that well, we just cut bait with him. Contracts are non-guaranteed after the start of the season. So I could see us doing that. You mad the Indians lost 3-0. I mean, it's a loss, but it's just the way we lose, man. I mean, Carrasco had a good game. Once again, second game in a row. Defense freaking fails him. The baseball literally juked Palanake out of his shoes. Spain without the S. Yes, pain. Major pain. Yep. Oh, yeah. Do I think the Steelers or Giants win? Steelers. Yeah. Giants, I mean, I'm sure they'll hang around. But with that front seven the Steelers have, Daniel Jones may be on his back a lot in that game if their offensive line can't block. Because you got to keep in mind, you got a rookie in Andrew Thomas, most likely going up against, or he will be going up against either Bud Dupree or TJ Watt. And against either one of those two, it's barbecue chicken for one of those two. It's easy money. You're going up against a rookie in his first game. I mean, for all I know, Andrew Thomas goes out there and shuts them down. Who knows? You just better hope your right tackle shuts the other one down, because if you shut one down, most likely the other one's going to go off. But if their offensive line is working, if it's not letting Jones get pummeled into the ground, Giants have a chance. They have a nice little receiving core they got. Slayton, Shepard, Tate? Yeah. They got Evan Ingram. Of course, they got Saquon. They got weapons. Just better hope your offensive line holds up. Game, I can see the scoring between 35-28. I said like 24 points around there. I think if we win this game, it's probably going to be like a field goal. I don't see it being anything like last year. You know the Ravens are trying to get back at us for what we did to them last year. But it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be really tough. And you already know I'll be streaming this game. I'm glad I started streaming. I mean, I remember when I started doing this stream stuff in 2018, I wasn't even streaming the full games. I was literally popping on like in the fourth quarter. And then I was at week 3. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna stream a game, a full game. And look what happened. It popped off. Yeah. Can't wait to see all the OGs from the Browns streams. And again, I'm sure Crimsy will be popping in. All the OGs will be showing up. Probably going to have a hella good crowd for this one. My channel has grown exponentially since 2018. But, man, football's almost back. Tomorrow, Chiefs and Texans. I will not be streaming that game. The only games I'm streaming until playoffs are my squad. Maybe I'll do a game for the bye week, but I don't know. Why do the Browns never draft Ohio State players? Well, we have Denzel, but I don't know why we don't draft Ohio State. I mean, this past year we drafted, 2 LSU players. We went almost all SEC this year. Delpit, freaking Phillips from LSU, Wills from Alabama. We even drafted a freaking Missouri player, Jordan Elliott. Bro, draft some Buckeyes. You literally got a football factory 2 hours south. Lions, Bears, think my Lions get it done. Mitch sucks. You know what's crazy about Mitch Trubisky? There was Browns fans that wanted us to take Mitch over Myles Garrett. Yeah. They wanted us to take Mitch over Myles. And I bet you there's an alternate universe where we took Mitch over Myles, and Myles probably absolutely went crazy with San Francisco. I'm glad we got Myles Garrett. It's always good to have that prime-time pass rusher. We haven't had a guy like him at pass rusher in a very long time. I mean, for all the OG Browns fans, Jameer Miller was the last guy that we really had that was a great pass rusher. And it was really only like 1 year where he went off. This dude, Myles Garrett, I mean, bro, dude comes into the league. He was battling an injury, high ankle sprain his rookie year. Came in, I think, his first game, freaking first play of his career, sacks Josh McCown. Absolutely bodied a Jets guard or something. Went right in there and just sacked McCown for his first sack on his first play. It's freaking crazy. Blowout probably more than close game. Chiefs-Texans would be good. A blowout? I think it'll be a good game for a half, and then I think the Chiefs will shut them down and win by like 2 or 3 touchdowns. It ain't going to be like last year. I mean, out of all the playoff games I've streamed the past couple years, I've never seen a game like that. Like, watching that game, streaming that game, you could just feel the momentum change as the Chiefs started scoring. You could just feel the momentum switch. That's what you love about it. You could just feel it just change. Like, you're like, yeah, Chiefs got all the momentum now. It's a wrap. And they just kept scoring, and they did not stop. Browns record, it will be at the end of the season. I'm going to say 10-6. I know it's bold. 9-7, 10-6 around there. Like I said, I think AFC North takes 3 teams to the playoffs this year. It'd be hella fun. Watson to play better than Patrick. Possible. It's hella possible. But then again, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I'm going on an hour. I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys, and get ready to call it a night because tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm not streaming Chiefs-Texans, but I'll definitely probably go live Saturday night to just chill with you guys and talk some football, get ready for Sunday because I cannot wait, bro. Football is pretty much back. It's been a long time, guys. Very long time. And the thing is, the last time we had NFL football was the Super Bowl. I believe it was legit the day before or 2 days before my surgery, bro. Isn't that crazy? Bro. Freaking had a hernia surgery, bro. Like, that was the last time we had football. If the Indians lose tomorrow, is it panic mode? I'm not going to say panic mode because we still got a lot of games left. I'm going to just be hella mad because we lose 3 or 4 to the freaking Royals. And 2 of those, depending on what happens tomorrow, that means 2 of those 4, or 2 of those 3 losses were because our defense had a freaking mental lapse on the freaking field. I mean, the Shields and Naquin. And one thing I always hate is like your defense messes up, makes your pitchers have to throw more pitches, puts the pressure on them. They kind of overdo it. They give up hits, and then it just snowballs. And that's what happened. 7 months since football. I know. 7 months. I mean, we did have that little thing with the XFL. Glad that's technically coming back a little bit. The Rock came up clutch and bought the XFL. So I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing that again this spring. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get rid of this crap because that league needs fans at its games, I don't know how they would do without fans. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I've gone over an hour. So does Cleveland? No, we do not. No. But I think that's going to wrap it up here, guys. And like I said, I'll see you guys probably Saturday night. I'll just go live and chit-chat with you guys for a couple of minutes, maybe like half hour. Get ready for game day. But that's going to wrap it up for this live stream, guys. I might go live, though, on Friday night to do our Indians game. But I'm not really sure. This team isn't really that watchable right now. And, I just kind of want to focus on football right now. But, yeah, that's going to wrap it up here, guys. And see you guys, if not Friday. What's going on, Julian? You're a little late. But, yeah, I was literally just about to end this stream. But, yeah, if I don't stream for the Indians game on, was it Friday against the Twins, then I would definitely stream Saturday night. Might do the Twins game then too. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see. I guess when I go live, you'll know. Might do a community post, talking about what I'm gonna do. But that's gonna wrap it up for this live stream, guys, and see you guys either Friday or Saturday. So until then, I'm KRAZY Dawg 99. Let's go Browns, and I'm out.